This is the way we start the show. If you find it annoying, you really should go. 'Cause this is the way we start the show. Hello, hello, hello! From New Mexico to Sacramento to Buffalo, and other places that start with O and end with O, everywhere all around the world. Hello! Hello, hello! 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 What up, peoples? What's happening? How goes it, everybody? Welcome to Working From Home, which is still the name of the show, still exactly what is happening here. So yeah, welcome, guys. Please, the home audience, when you find the right button, when you know how to push their buttons, they really get excited. You know what I mean? There we go. I feel like their volume is a little bit better than it was before. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello from Rutland, Vermont. Good old Rutland, land of Rut. How goes it, Vermonters? How you doing up there? I like that the train that goes to Vermont is called the Vermonter. It's like, come on, couldn't we have... How about the Maple Syrup Express, huh? Pine trees coming up. Soon to be pine trees. But no, the Vermonter. Where's this headed? Vermont. And what's it called? It's called the Vermonter. It's Vermont as a verb. It's the name of a state as a verb, which, that doesn't make sense, but okay, that's what you guys want to call it. The train to Vermont is the Vermonter. To California, it's the California. What's the train to California called? It's just the train. It's just called the train. How about the train to Californsky? That's a real place, by the way, Californsky Beach, Alaska. One of my favorite weird, silly names for any place anywhere, Californsky. Hi, Ben from Richmond, Virginia. What's up, Kyle Roberts? Down in Richmond, land of short pump. The Silver Streak, nice. Already the movies are popping up. Great movie. Love that movie, which is good because during the COVID lockdown, it was on like every day for several months. Oh, there's Gene. There he is again. Yeah. And there's Ned Beatty. Yeah, man, the Silver Streak. I like that movie. I like a nice train movie. I'm a fan of a train film. Excuse me, Instagram. Or maybe that's YouTube. I don't know who's who anymore in this bunch. You're all just a bunch of phones looking back at me. I don't know who's who, really. Don't touch your nose. If you're ever performing, you're talking to a lot of people, don't... Actually, it doesn't matter. If you're in front of a lot of people, you could do what you're going to do. But if you're just like one-on-one with somebody, don't look... If you look them in the eye and touch your face, they're gonna be like, and touch theirs in the same spot. They can't help it. It's like an automatic thing. You look at somebody, they'll be like, oh my God, what is it? What is it? Nothing, just sometimes I just point at my eye. Oh, do I have a little... You could really mess with somebody, I'm getting some pretty good laughs with this stuff. From the home audience. Good laughs from the home audience. Today I spent the day doing yard work, folks. Yard work. Is anything as fun as yard work? Yeah, lots of things are as fun and some even more fun than yard work. I like the end product. I like a nice, freshly mown lawn, and I enjoy the smell of fresh cut grass. But right now, that's just a memory. Because, which I just realized, like, oh my God, I haven't been smelling this fresh cut grass. I still can't smell, you guys. I still don't smell so good. It's a lingering symptom of COVID. For real, no joke. I don't smell so good anymore. Huh? What? You permanently stink? No, it's the smeller. It doesn't work like it used to could. It's broke. You'd think that by sheer size, my nose would be immune to such disorders. If you could wipe out a whole section, I'd still have plenty of sensory, olfactory receptors just by sheer volume of space in there. It's a big nose. Which is good, because I have a giant face. But yeah, it doesn't work. I still can't smell shit. I still can't smell shit, which is that, I'm not missing that. I'm never like, oh, wow, I know it stinks in here right now, and it's just a shame that I can't be a part of it. What I'm saying is I can't smell still, largely because of the COVID, and it's about half bad. It's about half bad. Yes, exactly. I agree with you, Zimpo. What the fuck? I still can't smell. Yes, that is right. And I could smell like a little. Once in a while, I go, oh, I remember that. But it's faint. Like, I could take a thing of eucalyptus oil and put it, I feel like I told you guys this already, put it right to the old noser, and I'm just like, I think it's eucalyptus, because I could smell it a little bit. In the past, like my eyes, I'd be blind. I'd be shooting koalas out of my ears from the sheer power. Someone told me I need to like fry up or cook up a an orange peel. Lime. Why? How weird is that? It's just a totally different fruit. Had that thing jammed up your nose. Oh, the test? Yeah, no, I don't think that was it. I could still smell just fine. I still smelled just fine at that point. Now I don't smell so good. I don't smell so good. Thank you, COVID. You motherfucker. Potty mouth. Oh, hey, potty mouth. Twitter just conked right as I said it. Right as I said the first really, truly naughty word of the program. Twitter just conked right out. Oh, hey, Twitter. Sorry, did I say something that offended you? Like, motherfucker. As soon as I said it, oh, and now it just says, disconnected, having a problem reconnecting, trying to reconnect. Twitter shuts down if I say bad words, I think. Twitter is my family. Twitter is some of you. I know there's some of you. Like, I wish you wouldn't swear so much. Like, yeah, well, keep wishing, man. It's the only thing we can do that the kids can't do. Come on. Cheers, everybody. Let's drive it on. Bye. Oh, yeah. I started doing that last week. And it was awful, and now I really wanted to do it again. We were talking about like if you started scat. Yeah, I got a new habit, baby. I'm going to start scattily dat. She's like, I think we should see other people. Cheers, everybody. That's a Cash Cab drive-by. That means it's time to take a sip of your beverage. I'll be sipping my beverage here in my house, and you can sip your beverage there in yours. Also, try to keep in mind that you don't have to wait for a cash cab drive-by to have a drink. You can take a drink whenever you like. It's your beverage, after all. I hope. I mean, maybe it's a beverage you're sharing with someone, right? And you didn't want to. It just sort of worked out that way. Like, do you want anything? Babe, I'm going to get a soda. Do you want a soda? No, I'm good. Under her breath, I'll just drink half of yours. What? And you get a soda. She drinks half of it. And you're like, I asked you if you wanted something to drink, and you said no. She's like, yeah, I just wanted a half. And you're like, yeah, well, I wanted a fucking whole. So, give it up. Oh, that was so subtle, it went right by Twitter. Yeah, I was out mowing the lawn, which the lawn is the lawn implies like beautiful, well-kept gardens of only grass. But that's not the deal. I refuse to put weed killer in the yard, because it causes death. Toxic stuff. Whatever. Say what you will about it. It's toxic stuff. All you have to do is go into the fertilizer weed killer aisle at Home Depot for half a second to know, like, wow, does it? Well, you know what? I haven't been back. I haven't been there in a while. It'd probably be all right this year. I could just peacefully walk right through. Hey, thanks. Who's that? Brick Shitter? Thanks, Brick Shitter. Appreciate it. Great fucking name. I shit a brick. It's a great old expression. Really? You could start a business. In fact, if you can shit bricks, you'd be a fool not to. I mean, get started as soon as you can. It's going to be hard to keep up. At the very least, you could build a brick shit house for yourself. Which is, I have an old bit about the brick shit house. I never incorporated the brick shitting until now. Maybe shit a brick, build a brick shit house, or a shit brick house. You could build a house out of shit bricks. Twitter, you're missing out on all of this because you suck. Oh, and now you've got your reconnecting thing over, so I can't even. Twitter. Oh yeah, let's look at the stats. Twitter's like, would you like to look at the stats for that? No, I'd like you to keep broadcasting. It's as we agreed. Twitter, stop it! Every time Twitter dies, they get a shot of the other side of the studio. Brick Shitter is honored. Thanks, buddy. I feel great that you chimed in because now I can add to my old brick shit house. Dude, I almost shit a brick. What do you mean? So it's still in there? You need to get that out. Oh my God, I still didn't go live to Twitter. You son of a bitch! Will you stay here? I love that. I have all these live videos on Twitter where I just start screaming at Twitter right out of the gate. I never really thought about it that way. We're talking about shitting bricks, Twitter. The old expression, I almost shit a brick. So it's still in there. You better work that shit brick out. Working out shit bricks. I shit a brick and realized that it was a wonderful business opportunity. You too can shit bricks and build a house out of them. All you need is a terrible diet, sedentary lifestyle. You can shit bricks and build brick shit houses out of shit bricks. It's a shit brick house. It's a shit brick shit house. Shit brick shit house. Boom! Yeah, I had an old bit about she's built like a brick shit house. First of all, how is that complimentary? You never look at a shit house. First of all, what is a shit house? Just a little house where shit lives? Where does the shit live around here? In the shit house, obviously. No, not that one. The brick one. The one with the big tits and the great ass. That's part of me old shithouse bit. Hi, me old shithouse bit. When I was a younger man, I would do these bits about shithouses. But it wasn't till tonight, when Brick Shitter chimed right, that I added to the old song of before. When I was young and shitting bricks, I was too dumb to collect 'em and build houses and ships. But I was smart enough to build a little shit brick shit house, so my shit has somewhere to reside. Oh, Brick Shitter, you're never gonna forget this, man. You will never forget. You might forget. If you're lucky, you'll be able to forget that shit one day. Before I forget, oh my God, I have a gig. I got a gig. Yo, folks, I'm gonna be appearing live at City Winery in New York City on August 28th. That's just a couple of weeks from now. Holy shit! That's a gig, people. August 28th, City Winery, New York City. Be there. You guys better be there, man. If I don't see you guys there, it's gonna be just like this, because I can't see you here either. I just realized I'm immune to to the pain of not having an audience. It's always a bit of a heartbreaker, you know. You're just like, oh, only 5,000. I'll be right there. I only live 5,000 miles away. Great, you have time. It's in a few weeks. But I might be coming closer to you. I'm also going to be in Peoria, Illinois. I'm also going to be in D.C. I'm going to be in Royersford, Pennsylvania. I'm going back on the road, folks. I'm going to be out there doing this live and in person. And it'll be better than this. Don't worry. If you think this has been good, but yeah, I can't wait. I mean, I could wait. Like, obviously, that's the expression is bullshit. I can't wait. I can't wait. And don't put literally in there. You're just making it even more incorrect. I literally can't wait. But time must continue. There is nothing you can do. You cannot. What are we to do? Stop time? If you cannot wait. Yes, Royersford. That's Soul Joel's comedy tent thing. Which looks pretty cool. Soul Joel. I just remembered I did not get back to someone. Sorry, I will get back to you about that. It's been a bit busy around here. So busy that I didn't cut the lawn for too long. And it became too long. It's, there's a thin line between, like, taking your time and, wow, it looks like a vacant lot. And as I started saying before, it is not just grass. There's other shit in there. Like, there's weeds. There's weeds. Good thing about weeds, they're green also. And they just grow there without you having to do fucking anything at all. They just are there. And if you mow those, they look just like grass. I mean, like so much just like Here's my point. I don't understand the obsession with a perfectly kept lawn. Why? It's not, you don't live at Versailles. It's not like you're living over at Versailles Mansion with the fancy gardens. I'm lying. I get it. Those weeds, they make me crazy, man. I want them out of there. Out of there. Somebody needs to start like an organic kill weeds thing. I've been researching it, folks. There isn't one. It does not exist. There's weed killer that's not toxic to humans or animals, but it kills the grass too. It kills everything. Everything that's growing gets killed by this stuff. And sometimes I want to just do that and start again, or just put in artificial turf. You got to make sure that it's permeable. You don't want to be using up too much. You got to have permeability, man. So the rainwater can get through to the earth. Like, well, it's going to go there. I'm not collecting it. It's going to end up there somewhere. Sometime it will find its way back to the earth. Here we go. Here come the lawn tips. Teresa Newman, once you mow the grass, pour straight vinegar on just the weeds. Easier said than done. How do you pour something on? Are you going out with a dropper? Who has that kind of time? How big is your lawn? It's like 6 by 6 feet? I love the way you greet people on Cash Cab. Your characters are hilarious. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love to hear that. That's really nice, because that was me. Buy a goat. Now, there's a fucking lawn care tip, Pamela. High occupancy vehicle. It's probably not how you pronounce that. It's just HOV. Buy a goat. That's a good way. Yeah. Or 2. You probably want to get 2. And then start making cheese and fucking soap. You're like, you eat the grass, and then we'll make some milk and cheese and shit. And we don't never have to do nothing else. And the lawn will be cut. Now I'll have all this time to cut the lawn, and the lawn won't need to be cut. Twitter bailed out of me again. Son of a Twitter. Guys, would you please, if you're, I'm gonna talk to the Twitter people for a second, all right, folks? Twitter, what are you doing? Stay with me, man! Come on! I realize that's a great way to start a Twitter video. Like, you're like, I don't know who this guy is, but I'm not gonna listen. Oh God, pay attention, he's talking to us! Twitter, don't be a quitter, Twitter! Sorry, guys, Twitter keeps conking out. I don't know what the deal is. But if you would like, you can go to another one. Go to YouTubings, over to the tubes of youths, and or perhaps you can watch on the Instagram. For those of you who've just tuned in on Twitter, that was everything you guys missed. You can watch it on YouTube, you can watch it on Facebook, you could watch it on Instagram, or you could stay on Twitter and just like keep coming back over and 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 over again. Yeah, I cut the lawn, and I like how the lawn looks when it's done, and it makes me feel good to look back and see it when it's done. But when I'm doing it, I'm like, I get to this point where I really just want to let the mower shut off and just, you know what, I don't feel like doing this anymore. You know what it is, though, really? It's when the weed whacker comes out. Because it's great at whacking them weeds, boy, until you run out of that stuff that sticks out of it. Or break it off. And then it's like, it's like making no noise. You're like, it's not cutting the weeds anymore, and it's just making like a very pleasant sort of spinning humming sound. I think that means it's not working anymore. And then you pop the end off of that thing, you beat it on the ground. Yeah, it's maybe you just push it down and you spin it, and then the things come out again. Once every time you use it, that works. Then you got to turn it over and hope to God you don't bump the trigger on a branch, slice up your, you pop the bottom off of that thing. It's like, bang, a spring shoots out into the middle of the lawn. You got two parts in your hand. You don't know how the fuck they go back in there. And there's 1,000 yards of twine in there that's all tied in a fucking knot. How am I gonna? It's pretty easy. Here's a little tip for you guys, though. Don't forget, when you take out the little spool, there's a place in the middle where you hook the things and you wrap them around the twine. But they have to be on opposite sides because one's going one way and one's going the other way. You know what I mean? And they all have to be wrapped in the right direction or they're not coming out of there. They got to be wrapped so that when you pull on them, you are unwinding the thing in the same direction. You know what I mean? If you don't do that, everything could look perfect. And then when you wear those original bits of twine down, that's it. It's over. And you're just... And it just goes... You're like, this got a lot quieter, but it seems to be completely ineffective now. And the weeds are like, oh, thank God. Oh. I got to a point today where I was like, you know what? I don't know if that's a weed or a plant. I'm taking it out. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. Do you understand? I don't care if it's a weed or a flower. It's going down. So I started the weed whacker, and then guess who was right there? And I forgot he was out there. It was Mr. Sparkly Barkley. I was like, and he was like, tearing around. I'm like, oh my God, he thinks it's a toy. It's a weed whacker, and he thinks it's something to play with. I had to pull it away because he's trying to run at it and bite the end of it. So then I had to do something to him that made me realize how hard it is to be a dog. I was like, come on, buddy, come on. And I brought him up to the stairs, up on the deck and into the house. And then I shut the door and stayed outside. And he was just looking at me like, you were so excited. That was all bullshit? Your smiley, cheery, come on, boy, it was all crap just to get me in here? It's a Bugs Bunny move that rarely happens to people. But dogs, they get that shit their whole life. Come on, boy, we're gonna go. And then, bye. What the fizzizook? That's why it sucks to be a dog. Everyone's lying to you all the time. And all you want is food. If you're a dog, all you really want is food. You'll reluctantly take a hug. Sparky's like, think about the food. We're hugging him. He's like, think about the food. Think about the food. Think about the food. They will let go of your head soon. Imagine if the only thing you could grab things with was your mouth. It'd be a very different, very fucking different world. For one, you would have the most powerful positive bacteria. You could eat anything, and that's what happens with dogs. It's the only way they know how to grab something. It's not a good... Try it once at home for a few minutes. See how it is. The home audience is giving up some serious laughs tonight. Yeah! Come here, boy. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Bye. What the fuck? It only works a few times. And then, the third time, the dog's like, you think I'm going in there again after what you did? Fuck you, man. Give to me some kibble. Give me some kibble, boy. Tonight's movie quote, here it is. You got my cheese whiz, boy? That's tonight's movie quote, folks, and it's time for another drive-by. That's a Cash Cab drive-by, folks. You saw it here first. And second and third and fourth and fifth and sixth and seventh and eighth. That means it's time to sip your beverages in the privacy and the comfort of your own home. Spaceballs is incorrect. No. Here's that quote again. You got my cheese whiz, boy. Take a drink, folks. Cheers. Love you guys. This is super fun. No, it's not Caddyshack. Elwood. Yeah, Con got it. It's the Blues Brothers. Boom. I'd be really impressed if you named that actor and his character name. I have no idea who that dude is. He's only in that one. David Kowalski says Blues Brothers, and he's right. Blues Brothers is correct. And just because we missed it, here's the audio that I'm supposed to play when I do the movie quote. And that's my dramatic movie look that goes along with it. I feel like that was probably pretty self-explanatory. It's the Blues Brothers. Okay, here's another Blues Brothers trivia question for you. When they finally show up to pay the money that has to be paid to save the orphanage, who's the clerk? Who's the clerk that collects the money that the Blues Brothers pay? Who plays the clerk there? It's a good one. Lots of hearts over on the Twitter, and Con is all over it. Yes, Steven Spielberg. Is that a crazy answer? If you didn't know that, that's a crazy one, right? Rick Astley, no. Good guess, though. I like it. Hearts galore from Twitter. Hello, Twitter. Hello. Oh, boy. Yeah, Aretha, yeah. A lot of amazing people in that movie, and what a great movie. Orange Whip. 3 Orange Whips. I mean, it's got to be one of the all-time greatest ever. This is just James Brown. He's just all over it. Or was it Blue's Clues? Maybe they added that. Perhaps that's in that as well. It's like somebody's got like auto hearts going on Twitter. They're just like pouring in. It's fantastic. They're trying to win me over again after all the trouble. Twitter has been a quitter, but she's back in the race now. Don't lie to your dogs. Tell them the truth. Just be like, I'm putting you in here and I'm shutting the door. I'll be like, well, I'm not going in there then. So we have to lie to them. Right? We have to. Or they just would not listen. Oh, they just would not listen. Here's one thing I hate about mowing the lawn, maybe even more than the weed whacking, is these tiny little bugs that are like the size of the head of a pin that are just constantly trying to like get into your eyeball. Like they're literally just like, here's how close they are. Tiny bugs, man. Tiny bugs with huge balls. Can you imagine seeing a creature as much bigger than they are, than we are? And I'm sure I said that right. But I think you know what I mean. Would you be like, you know what? I'm going to try to get as close to its eye as I can. Yeah, I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to get right up. You see the eye, the ball of the eye, the white of the eye? Yeah, I'm going to try to get as close to that as I can without touching it. Are you crazy? That's a giant up there. It's so annoying. I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't know what attracts them to my eyes. But boy, they are just like, am I in your way here? Am I in your way here? You're like, yeah. And they're so small that you move them. You can't hit them because the air ahead of your waving hand pushes them out of its path. It's
Is this annoying here? Is this a bad spot? If I just like hover like right here, is this like a bad spot?
Yes, you little son of a bitch! Get out of my face! Get out of my... We had some weeds. I'm not going to lie. We had some weeds in one area that's kind of fenced in there. It's hard to get to. We had some weeds taller than me. There were some weeds that were over my head today. And this crowd is incredible. It's so hot. They're just laughing at everything. Even that. And I turned the weed whacker, which is the correct pronunciation, unless you want to leave the H out of everything. And I turned the weed whacker upside down, and oh my God, I just got showered. It's the international symbol for showered with shite. Plant shit. Showered with plant shit. I mean, I was covered with little green bits. And for a while, I was like, I can deal. And then I was like, oh my God, I'm so itchy! And I ran and jumped in the pool. Which was terrific. Having a pool makes the mowing of the lawn and the weed whacking and all that stuff worthwhile, because then you get to plunge into the pool at the end, and it's just terrific. It's worth all of the hundreds of hours of work that it takes to have a pool. Tonight's program, by the way, brought to you by me. Obviously, me and me. I'm the one who's bringing to you the show. Brought to you, and now a word from our sponsors. Hi, everybody. It's still me. I'm the performer. I'm the sponsor. I'm the I'm trying to read. I'm reading a little bit too much. Someone's sharing links for buying tickets. Look at you. Fantastic. Maybe it's Emma. Emma's working from behind the scenes tonight, folks. Turns out she's too attractive to be on a show with me because people don't want to see me anymore. So I put her behind the scenes, and she's working from behind the scenes. I think I shared a joke with you, a silly joke that I once wrote. I have a couple of instances where I kind of riffed or improv a joke with another comic. And in both cases, they sort of thought that it was theirs later. It's funny what you realize, when you're sitting in your house for a year. You really have time to go back and look through conversations and go, what a dick. I spent too much of my time remembering shit that people said to me that pissed me off when I held my tongue and didn't. I held my tongue and didn't say anything. I have a lot where I did say something that I'm proud of and also a little ashamed of some of those. Because I tend to go a little too hard when I do go. But I feel like everyone has those little conversations that stick with them when somebody said something offensive and you just let it roll. This young comic came up to me at the Comedy Cellar once. He goes, man, what was it like? What was it like to be here with so many great comedians here? I was like, are you leaving me out of the list of the, what do you think this is, boy? I don't think you understood that, everybody, the people that are there now, the people that are working the clubs now, those are going to be the people that go on to do bigger and better things. Some of them will get stuck in a taxi cab for the rest of their lives. And those are the lucky ones, folks. That's very cool that you guys are sharing links for buying tickets. It is August 28th at City Winery, right down the road from here, or up the road, depending on which way you're looking from. What? New York City, City Winery, New York City, August 28th. Please show up if you can. If you can't, I will come to you. It's just going to be a little bit of time. I'm going to have some shows in LA in October. Those of you who are Angelinos and Angelinos. I miss you guys. I haven't been out there in ages. But I am coming out to LA. I will be out there October 1st through 10th. I don't have shows listed yet because I don't have any specific ones. The trip has just begun to take shape, but I'm definitely coming. I'll definitely be there. Royersford, PA, I just remembered, is October 23rd. October 23rd down in Royersford. October 23rd up in, depending on where you live. Kowalski's reminded me the show format. He wants me to plug the charities. Nice, buddy. I wasn't going to forget, but I appreciate the help. No Kid Hungry and Feeding America are the two charities that we have been pushing on the show here because we deemed them worthy. This is why, and only this. If you're watching on Instagram or on Facebook, then you can find a link right there in the feed. No Kid Hungry is right there. A couple of you guys already have. Thank you for that. Please continue to donate to these charities. They are charities that are going to help people who are hungry get some food, like very quickly. Like if you donated $10 tonight, that might mean, and this is no joke, that might mean as many as 100 meals for people tomorrow, right? $10 might actually provide as many as 100 meals to people tomorrow. So every little bit helps, and you guys have been donating all along. This is episode, by the way, and I didn't say it. I usually say it right up front. Episode 82. So 82 shows we've done, and you guys have been generous throughout. And we've raised a lot of money and donated a lot of money for No Kid Hungry and Feeding America. So please continue to give us your money. If you'd like to donate to me, then you are also welcome to do that. There's Venmo. There is a Patreon page. Everything's Ben Bailey Comedy. You can, of course, switch over and watch on YouTube and subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is monetized. We actually make a little bit of money when people watch. There will be ads, but you can skip them after 5 seconds. I love that, like the switch from TV to internet. It means you can shut off the ads after 5 seconds, which is fantastical. Someone says, you should go on Joe Rogan. I'd love to go hang out with Rogan. I heard he moved to the desert, man. I think that man has moved out to the desert, and a bunch of people followed him. That's the word on the street. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd love to, man. He seems a good fella. Okay, so here's a question, you guys. I've brought this up before. Why tug of war and not war of tug? Right? Tug of war, this doesn't make any sense. What kind of tug? A tug of war. No, it's war of tug. I'm on a mission. We're going to switch it because tug of war should be called war of tug. It just makes more sense. And I found another one today, another one of these misnomers that's terribly annoying. Skateboarding should really be board skating. Think about it. Just think about it for a second. Board skating makes so much more sense. You're not boarding, you're skating. Board skating. You know why it's not called board skating? Because it sounds more boring. Like, what are you guys doing today? Oh, we were board skating. Why, what were you doing? We were fucking skateboarding, man. Oh, really? We were board skating. So I get why they did it, but it doesn't make sense, though. It should be called board skating. You're skating on a board. You're literally skating on a board. Board skating. Surfing does not apply. It's just surfing. There's only a board There's no other version, right? Channel surfing, you have to specify. Yeah, birding is bird watching. Birding is a whole different thing. It's pretending to be a bird. Everybody fucking knows that. Jesus. Channel surfing is my favorite sport. That's not a sport, David. Get off your arse and go out and do something, boy. Let's do a segment that I like to do still. Cheers, everybody! Kiss my asthma, someone said. I will not. How dare you? Any way you like, that's how I dare. Any way you'll have it. Cheers, guys. Cash cab drive-by means take a sip of your drink. Tonight's program sponsored in no part by Stella Artois. Is good beer. I remember when I was a kid, there used to be these ads. This is your brain. You guys remember these? It's like an anti-drug campaign. And it was literally like sausage and eggs. This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. Like, what? That's a fried egg, man. What are you talking about? This is your brain. This is 2 eggs over medium with a side of bacon. Like, what's the connection? What I'm saying is they could have had better videos. They were like, they're showing breakfast. This is your brain. This is breakfast. There's another one where the dad's like, where'd you learn this? Who showed you? Who taught you to do this? And then finally the kid's like, from you! I learned it from watching you! Like, I don't think the dad would really press the kid so hard for an answer, a very specific answer that he really didn't want. He's like slapping his arm. Who showed you how to do this? The kid's like, you're setting me up to blow it for you. What? Ask me something else, you idiot. Where did you learn this? From you! I learned it from watching you. The dad's like, oh, fuck, right. Of course. I can't believe I forgot that. Hey, do you want some brain on drugs? Yep. 2 egg. What is that? 2 eggs over medium. How'd you like your eggs? On a plate. Put them on a plate. How I would like them in a glass, like fucking Rocky Bowl. Do you think if Sylvester Stallone goes into a place and orders eggs, they're like, you want them in a glass, Rocco? Hey! You just gonna drink them? Here's what's crazy about that scene. No cutting. No, there's not a cut in the scene. I don't know if you how far into this you guys are, but He really drank those fucking eggs, man. I remember watching Rocky as a kid. It was like maybe one of the best movies ever. I fucking loved it, you know? The kids are running down the street with him. It's like inspirational. It's like, this is amazing. And then he went, it's just a phenomenal fucking movie, Rocky, of course. And the music is a big part of it. My Bill Conti. Way to go, Bill Conti. But I watched it again as an adult, and I was worried about the kids. Like, when I was a kid, they're like, oh, we're going to run with Rocky. As an adult, you're like, wait a minute, they're running pretty far. How are those kids all going to get home from here? There's some youngsters in there. I'm like, this looks inspirational, but in reality, a bunch of neighborhood children just followed some guy that works at the meat packing plant to the other side of town. You should see this guy beating on cows, man. It's fucking sick. And the kids all just followed him to the steps of some museum that had no statue at the top. You never see the part where, like, he stops dancing around. He's like, hey, what are we doing all these kids around here? Hey, you get out of here, you kids. I don't even got any kids. I do turtles and dogs. I do turtles and dogs. Hey, get out of here. Get out of here. Paulie, get one of these kids. I don't want to do all these kids, man. They just started following me. I don't know. It's getting further away from Rocky Balboa the longer I do it. Oh, 52 minutes. We're 52 minutes and 56 seconds into the broadcast, folks. And I've only been bored for about 48 of them. Tired of my own voice, you know. Always yapping, blah, 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 blah. There's a bit of a comic who influenced me in that last bit. Oh, thank you. Thank you very, very much. By the way, just for the record, so you guys know, I want you to have this in your arsenal. A bad impression of Rocky Balboa is great in an argument with a stranger. Doesn't matter what it's about or where you are. Just pull that shit out. You got to start with it, though. You can't start as you and then switch to it. Like, say you're backing into a parking spot and some guy pulls in real quick. You just throw the car in the park and jump out, and he's gonna be like, "Yeah, what's your fucking problem?" And you just be like, you can have the spot. Okay, thank you. Then you can switch back to your own voice. Might be too soon if they haven't moved yet. And be like, oh, it's all an act. You're not really a crazy Rocky Balboa sound-alike. This is so very fun, you guys. I can't tell you the last time I had this much fun, except I guess it was like last Sunday around the same time. I don't know if you guys have been watching the Olympics, but I have. I love the Olympics. It is just my favorite shit. I love it so much. I literally tape everything that I could tape. In the past, I have taped everything that I could tape and then try to watch it all, like don't miss any part of the Olympics at all. But this time, the coverage was so good. First of all, they were like Olympic Channel. Boom! Olympic Channel. Fan-fucking-tastic. But so if you put in, like, record all of 2020, how weird is that, by the way, that it's 2021 and we're watching the Tokyo 2020 Olympics? I mean, that's one of the weirdest things ever. It wasn't in 2020. Why don't you call it what it is, the 2021? And then just go back to the regular schedule anyway. But it was amazing. And if you put in to record all of the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, you would have recorded everything out there, and it would have been like, we put that in and didn't realize, because in the past it hasn't been a big deal, and then it was like, oh my god, this is going to record like, several thousand hours of broadcasting over the next 2 weeks. So we had to shut it down now. Oh wow, is that true? Just curious. 1,780 hours. Or did you just make that? That's a random. I like it. No, it's bullshit. I was just curious. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, I got shows coming up, guys. Robert Davi callback. Boom! Davi! I actually am friends with someone who's friends with Robert Davi. Which is cool. It's very cool. This person that I'm chums with, and I've worked with for a long time, is like, he knows all these people, man, in Hollywood. He's my lawyer. He's a great dude and a great lawyer. And I'm gonna say hello to him right now. Hello, Jeff Cohen. How are you, buddy? I'll be in LA in a couple of months. Can't wait. Oh, and I didn't give up the correct answer earlier. I should have. I'm going to give you guys a couple. And now a long, gentle 7-second laugh. And then another one. And that means it's time for, It's time for a segment called How to Be a Decent Human Being. This is where I tell you how to not be a total douche. Don't throw garbage out of your car window. If you do that, you are an idiot. What are you doing? Who's going to pick that up? Here's how to be a decent human being. Don't litter. If you don't understand the importance of that at this point, get your head out of your arsehole. I saw someone just throw trash out the window of a moving vehicle the other day. And, it took a lot of restraint. I wanted to pull them over, like, citizen's arrest. I just wanted to go and be like, hey, you left these. I chased them for 20 miles. Hey, you left these in the road, you idiot. Do you not get it? There is not unlimited space here for your garbage. Don't get it. I just don't get it. Apple corn to the woods is totally good. Biodegradable, as the French would say. It's just crazy, man. How do you just chuck stuff? Don't throw shit out of your car. There's garbage cans all over the fucking place, including at your house. So keep the shit in your car, and then when you get home, put it in the fucking garbage. Don't litter. It's ridiculous. Come on, man. Think about what you're doing. Think about what you're trying to do to me. You bad thing. That never should have happened. That stays between us. That never should have fucking happened. I think we all know it. Good point, just curious. It is really easy to not litter. Takes more effort to litter than it does to not litter. That's crazy that people still do it. So please don't do it anymore. Please. Ooh. Fake tech problem. We haven't done that one in I don't know how long. Today, like every other day here in the United States and on planet Earth, is several, at least one, and definitely more than one, several weird holidays. And we do a segment called Sunday, 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 honoring those. It's where I do like a monster truck rally style commercial for today's weird holidays. And these were just sent from Emma, who's working from the home office. Today is National Grab Some Nuts Day. Oh, shit. That's a pretty fantastic one right there. National Grab Some Nuts Day. It's also, ironically, or, fittingly, it is National Underwear Day, which is very nice. Underwear is underappreciated, I would say. Behind the scenes, doing the hard work, the heavy lifting all the time, and you never hear anything about it. It's also Work Like a Dog Day, which I have an old bit about working like a dog, an expression, working like the dog, like a dog. I think you guys can see it on the interweb. Work Like a Dog Day, also National Lazy Day. And then, oh my goodness, look at this. This might be my favorite. I feel like we're coming around. Maybe we had this one on this date last year. Maybe, I don't know. It's something, there's a slightly familiar ring to this this final holiday of tonight's Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. It's National Sneak Some Zucchini Onto Your Neighbor's Porch Day. It's that time of year when keen gardeners have way too much zucchini on their hands. Only the keen ones. And so August 8th is National Sneak Some Zucchini Onto Your Neighbor's Porch Day. So you guys better be celebrating, and I will be looking for it. We're gardeners, but we're not that keen, so we don't have any zucchinis. Oh, I just noticed keen, zucchini. No. All right, so I can't believe these holidays. They're fantastic. Let's fucking do this. This weekend, one day only, grab some nuts, because it's National Grab Some Nuts Day. And you better celebrate your underwear that's holding those nuts, because it's National Underwear Day. Now you're going to go out and you're going to lay on the floor, then you're going to move, and you're going to lay on the couch, then you're going to lay on different floors. It's Work Like a Dog Day. Now be lazy, crazy, and sneak some zucchini onto your neighbor's front porch, because you have too much, because you're so fucking keen a gardener. Oh my God, it's the most ridiculous thing, but I'll tell you what, folks, I love it. I love it, and I love you. Thank you so much, guys. That's it. This is episode 82 of Working From Home. I'm going to keep it rolling. Once I get back out on the road, we might switch the night. I will give you further information on that. I do have some actual live stand-up dates coming up. I would love to have you guys come to a show for real. You've earned it at this point. Love you too, man. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much. Let's juggle some fucking chickens.